Ms Boleyn, and I teach religious studies at Battle Abbey for the GCSE and the A-level. So on the RS A-level, students study, the course is split in 3 parts. So they study philosophy of religion, ethics, and developments in Christian thought. So that's kind of theology, the history of Christianity. So they do a real combination of things. On the philosophy side of things, we look at complex religious questions, things like the problem of evil, but we also get a little high level thinking. We do questions like, how do you know you're not just a brain floating in a vat somewhere? And does the world around us really exist? Stuff like that. So it's stuff to really challenge your thinking. The ethics, we look at different ethical theories and problems, business ethics, euthanasia, stuff like that. And the religious history, we look at key thinkers and how they've changed the way that we think about religion and Christianity over history. So lots of variety. I think the major skills that students learn from RS are around constructing arguments. I think we really have to look at and question what makes evidence convincing in a much broader sense than just, is it from a useful source or something like that. We have to really dive deep into it, do lots of weighing up and comparisons and deep analysis and critical thinking, which means, of course, that students end up improving their written skills quite significantly through studying RS as well. And most of our lessons are structured around debating, which I think really gives students a broader understanding of different viewpoints with other students and how to have those conversations in the most respectful and constructive way possible. So it's a huge range of skills that students learn over the 2-year course. So our A-level RS students have gone on to study a variety of different careers. So we've had a lot of students who are studying medicine from our RS course, especially with the studies in ethics has been really, really useful. Journalism, I think, has been a big one for us. Law, especially, is with the philosophy and again, ethics. Management, marketing, all sorts of different careers that students have gone on to study from studying RS with us at a variety of different universities, including Oxford.
I've really enjoyed studying ancient philosophers like Aristotle, Plato and Socrates. I think that's probably the most interesting thing we've studied so far.
I'd probably say situation ethics, as it shows how different people look at different situations, and some people are very absolutist and very straightforward about things, and some people are very much more open-minded, which I think can lead to much easier essays, as you can write about contrast, but it can also show you different worldviews from earlier scholars in the medieval times and scholars of the now new era.
Probably the ethics and philosophy aspects of it, as opposed to just the Christian belief, and also the way you can kind of synthesize ideas between them, and it's a lot more critical and analytical, as opposed to just learning facts about Christianity, which can get dry, which is not what the A-level is. Well, Ms Boleyn's amazing. She makes it really engaging, and the classes are structured in a way where it's a lot more sort of a back and forth debate forum, as opposed to writing essays. But she's also amazing at coaching you with the essay structure and making sure that you hit all the marks, which is quite useful.
I think it's quite refreshing, because I do business and economics, and they're fun, but they're very straightforward. The answer's this, and I think in RS it's a lot more subjective, which I think also, and I do actually quite enjoy the essay writing, which I normally don't. I've not really been an essay writer much of my life, but I think RS has really opened that up for me, because it's just nice that the answer can almost be anything, and it's just you don't have to, be so straightforward, and it's quite nice.
I really enjoy the discussions we have about topics, because most of the topics we discuss are subjective, so you can have your own opinion on these topics. So it's nice to hear other people's opinions on these topics.
I'd probably say the essay structure. I think I'm getting a handle on it but I think that's the bit that I and most students, I believe, struggle on the most. Just because it's very much like once you knuckle it down, essays become much easier, but at the start it's really hard because it's so specific, and it's, you do one wrong word there, one wrong sentence there, and your whole essay is just completely different grade.
The most challenging thing, I think, that we study in RS is what we're doing currently, which is the ontological argument, which is pretty hard to wrap your head around when you first start learning about it. Well, it's like when people try to use definitions to prove the existence of God, which doesn't really work, yet it does work, which is the most confusing thing about it.
I think the amount that you have to construct an argument and then stay consistent with that argument, because under pressure in an exam, the hardest bit is keeping track of your thoughts simultaneously while writing everything down.
If you enjoy sharing your opinions and discussing your opinions openly, and then writing them down afterwards, I would definitely recommend RS as an A-level.
Yes, definitely. I think one is just like a skill. It's one of those A-levels that's really transferable, because you're not just studying a specific topic, but you're getting the ability to write essays in a really academic way, and you're learning how to structure an essay not only under time conditions, but how to structure it in the same way that you'd have to write a university essay. So it's very transferable in that sense.
I would completely recommend studying RS purely because, well, first of all, for unis, they love having an essay subject in there. From what I've been told from most unis, they've said we only might take you because you have RS. You really do need to have that kind of thing, and I do think RS, in my opinion, is the best essay subject because it's not so heavy, but it's very fun as well. In class, we debate all the time, yet we also get all the work done. So it's not it's not lackluster at all. I just think it's the lesson I look forward to the most, as well. It's just, it makes you, in my opinion, it's made me a much more smart person as well. Just being philosophical it's just a really good skill to have. So I genuinely think you should 100% take RS if you are considering it, because, well, it's fun, it's good, and I think everyone would enjoy it, and everyone does. So.